There's a lot of demand for this sort of job in Australia, and they got a slogan that says without trucks Australia stops, which I highly agree with. Morning, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be back with another video. I was actually quite busy for the past 2 weeks, but now today eventually I made up my mind. I tried my best to somehow piece everything together and record this video. Let's dive right into it. Well, yeah, welcome back. So yeah, as I said, I've been pretty busy with some other aspects of my life, kids, family, so I couldn't make it. But now I'm inside one of Melbourne terminals in the queue and just trying to do something on my iPad. This is my it's like a cockpit inside the cabin of this truck with all my gadgets. And yeah, I decided to record this video and give you 5 reasons why you should become a truck driver, as I did. So in this video I'm gonna just elaborate those 5 again, guys. Let me just elaborate this to you, as I always do in my previous videos. This is only my opinion. If you can just make some use of it, do. If not, just completely disregard. So number 1 reason is flexibility. So in this job you have different shift rosters, although in my current job in this company I always do morning shift, but in some other companies they've got afternoon shift, night shift. I used to do night shift in another company, but here I'm just comfortable doing what I'm doing now, doing day shift. So one of the reasons why, that's the point I'm trying to make, is just flexibility. So you might have a need to look after your family, friends, or do other things to do. So in this job you will get to choose which shift you want to work on. So based on your desires, you can choose either morning, afternoon, or night shift. So that's one of the beauties of this job. So as I said, at the moment I'm doing night shift and I'm not gonna exchange it with anything else. And I'm not into that sort of interstate work either. Only local work, doing morning shift, coming to work at 6, going back home by 5, 6 in the afternoon. That's what I would like to do, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. Got out of the terminal, heading to the other side of Melbourne, to the suburb of Dandenong, but I'm still in the wharf area, trying to get around the terminals and get out of this place. Number 2 reason why you should become a truck driver. In my case, as a truck driver, as a local truck driver actually, I get to everywhere in Melbourne. Like I'll go to other side of Melbourne, southeastern suburbs, come to western side. So I'm just kind of exploring the city. And back in the day, like 7-8 years ago, I remember everywhere I was about to travel I had to pull out my GPS and somehow use the online navigation to get to my destination. But nowadays, since I've been everywhere in the town, wherever I go, I just don't need to use any sort of navigation other than what I have inside my brain. Okay, reason number 3. There's a lot of demand for this sort of job in Australia, and they got a slogan that says, without trucks, Australia stops, which I highly agree with. Majority of goods are being transported across Australia, as well as in suburban roads using trucks. So with that being said, there's a lot of demand for truck drivers. I just entered the tunnel because I'm heading to the other side of Melbourne. So with that surge in demand for truck drivers, you get a lot of options to choose from. You get to choose which company you would like to work for, and even what sort of trucking you want to do, because as I said previously, there's a lot of different trucking jobs in Australia. Container work, side loader work, which is still part of container work, those curtain sider trailers, tipper trucks, the ones carrying soil, crushed rocks and that kind of things. And then we got flat top trailers and so on and so forth. So you will get to choose from any sort of these trucking jobs to choose from. We come to reason number 4, which is competitive salary and career progression. So I have met a lot of amazing people in this job who are actually still my best friends and best colleagues, and some of them, once they got the first truck license, which is HR license, they just stop there. They keep on working as a HR driver until the end, or some progress to the second license. But ever since I started this job, I was always quite ambitious to get to the top level, you know, achieve all the licenses and whatever possibly I can achieve along the way. And that's why I applied for all truck licenses one after another. I got my HR 1 year later, which is the limit. I got my HC and I got my MC right away, and then I was quite keen on obtaining license for other sort of machineries that are involved in our sort of a job. One of them being the high reach forklift, the big forklift that is used to load and unload the containers on and off the trucks, which I kind of achieved in this company, because we used to get to look after ourselves and load and unload the container off or on our truck on our own, because we were arriving at the depot late in the afternoon and the forky was already gone. So that's another benefit of my current job. And then another benefit is that there's a competitive salaries, wages or earning for this job, meaning you can always look out for other companies who are willing to pay you more, so you can change your job. I used to change a lot of jobs back in the beginning, but now I'm quite comfortable doing this job. As fresh drivers joining the industry, of course, you know what I'm explaining about this job, it's my own experience and my own opinions. Other people might have a different opinion and experience, which is theirs. I've got nothing to do with them. So I'm just trying to share my experience in case other people can somehow make some use of it. So back in the day when I joined, I used to always be on the hunt for just a couple of bucks more on my wages, but now in this job I'm pretty comfortable. But yeah, there's various different pay rates in the industry, so you can always try to discover and you know, make your way into other companies. And then in terms of career progression, yeah, as I said, you can get started with your first license, which is HR license. Then you can, if you have the ability, the drive and the opportunity, you can move on to the next license, which is HC license, and then to the next one, and then maybe jump on interstate work for more income. And then after that, you might even decide to have to purchase a truck and become an owner operator, so you can maximize your income. So there's heaps of different opportunities already there for you to make your way through. It's already there, but it's all depend on you and your capacities to discover and utilize it. So don't tell me that, you know, you get into the job and then you can't make your way through, and don't tell me that, oh no, you're lying. No, I'm not lying. You are the one that needs to show some capability to achieve everything. Because over the past few years, I met a lot of people, from relatives and neighbors to some other people, who were really keen about driving truck. Even in my own case, I'm really passionate about driving trucks. Even sometimes I'm thinking to myself, one day if I retire or I get a better job in a different industry, what am I gonna do to satisfy my passion for trucks? So that's how keen I am about driving trucks. So yeah, I met a lot of people, they were so keen about driving trucks. I helped them to achieve their first license, which is HR license, but they couldn't even make it into their first job. So it all depends on you, whether or not you can make it to get a job. Yeah, as you can see, there's a bit of a traffic jam right here on the highway. This is Monash Freeway, one of the tollways in Melbourne, going from west to east. Yeah guys, I do explain and share my own experience and what I've learned in this industry for the past 7-8 years that I've been working in Melbourne as a truck driver, both local and some interstate work. And I'm hoping that you find value in my videos and make some use out of it. If that's the case, please do make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, ask me questions, and of course subscribe to my channel if possible. It's totally free, you're not gonna spend anything on that, but it just help me to reach out to more potential audience out there in YouTube network. So number 5, so last but not least, number 5 reason why you should become a truck driver, which is, again, this is my opinion, that was the case for me, is because doing this sort of container work, there's no physical work involved. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I chose this job, because I might have said this in previous videos, I studied in a totally different field. I studied in IT, and while I was trying to get another job to have some earnings on the side, I fell into this truck driving job. And as I even numerously said, I have a passion for trucks and driving and cars and all that in general. So yeah, I fell into this, and yeah, part of the reason was because, you know, there's not much physical work involved, and that is the exact reason why I didn't go for any other types of trucking. I started with tippers, which is even easier than container work, and then I fell into container work. There's no physical and manual handling work. It's all just brain work. You gotta familiarize yourself with the regulations and all the laws and, you know, driving rules and stuff like that. And that's it. You gotta have a clean driving records. That's pretty important, guys. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It is what it is. That's what I had to say for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Peace.